Donald Driver's here, and obviously 14 seasons in the NFL, all those great years with the Packers, the Super Bowl championship a couple of years ago, and now all the conversation about your future. So as we sit here right now at the end of January, what is your thought about where your football career is?
Well, my thought is that I'm going to officially put the cleats on the shelf. I'm going to walk away from the game. I will announce more of that on February 6th. Is the day I will go back to Green Bay and announce my official retirement in front of I want to do something special. I want to do it in front of the fans, something that no other player has done. I'm going to open my retirement up to the fans. So give them everything they deserve. But you're telling us here today that that's it. After 14 terrific years, you're calling it a career. I'm calling it a career.
Difficult? Very
difficult. It's always difficult, especially when you feel you can still play the game, So you just kind of let it go and say, there's other things out there. It's the next chapter of your career, and I'm ready for it.
So why, if you do feel you can still play, why do you think this is the right time?
I have to say that February 6th.
I got you.
I can't give it all away. The fans have to know why as well.
When did you know? When did, in your mind, that it was done?
After I talked to the wife and kids. I think that was the time that I just felt like it was time to, walk away. My wife said something truly special to me that, you don't want to play. She didn't want to go anywhere else. So that made it easy for me as well. And then my kids kind of made it point blank. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
Donald Driver, 14 seasons in the NFL, announcing here that he is going to end his career, and on February 6th he will have a public event in Green Bay where you will inform all of the fans. I remember doing a story on you at one time when your team was here in this Super Bowl, and if you could talk a little bit for those fans who don't know about your journey, about the way you grew up and what you had to overcome from the beginning in your life to where you are today, and what that journey means to you.
Well, it's always special. You go through all the trials and tribulations in your life, and you just feel that God has blessed you to be where you need to be. I had the ups and I had the downs, and I'm blessed to be, play 14 years in the National Football League and have a great family and have some great kids. And, you have to be now, someone's going to always tell my kids that their dad was a great football player. But no one to be able to tell my dad, my kids that their dad was a great dad and a great husband. So I have to be able to show them that. And that's what the next chapter of my career will be.
Did you, throughout the season, talk about this with your wife and family each week or every now and then during the season, or did you just wait till the season was over?
Well, one thing about it, you always talk to your spouse. So I've always had a chance to talk to her, but, sooner or later you just kind of put it behind and just say, let's just play football and let's see where it takes us. And, we were just this close to being where we are today in New Orleans, but, it's all, somebody always says next year, but for me, it won't be.
What happens when July rolls around in August and maybe that itch comes back a little bit?
I'm not coming back. I think the thing is that you don't want to just jump back and forth. I think you have to say what you're going to say and you have to mean it and stay true to who you are.
That's right. No one in Green Bay ever says he's retiring and then comes back and plays again. We've never seen that before. Donald Driver, his Subway Fresh Take. We're brought to you here on Mike and Mike by Regis. Get intentional about growing your business with a new Regis office, and we'll get you started with 2 free months at 1-800-OFFICES if you mention Mike and Mike. So this is remarkable. Do you feel sentimental about it, being here, being around football, and knowing that you've done it for the last time? What are you feeling right now?
It hasn't really hit me at this moment. I think it's going to hit on. I think it's really going to hit in February 6th when I have my entire family there and have the 3,000 to 4,000 fans that will be standing out there, and then we'll be able to go from there.
14 years. Is there one moment? We were there when you won your Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Would that be it, or what would be the one moment you think that you will always treasure most about your career?
All 14 years, every day. I think the biggest thing is walking out of that tunnel in Lambeau. That's a special place to walk out of, and that's something I'll never forget.
Before we've got about a minute left here, quickly on the football of today, and you'll certainly talk a lot about that. You see the running quarterbacks and pocket quarterbacks. From a receiver standpoint, which works better for you?
I think everybody wants the pocket quarterback because then he's going to throw the ball, and that's what Flacco does. Flacco stays back, and he's just going to throw and just trust his receivers that they're going to do it. Kaplan, he's gonna take off running. He's the young Michael Vick of today's century. So you got to be able to stop him. And I think one thing about Baltimore is they're going to keep him in the pocket. They're going to make sure that he throws the ball. They're going to have to use his arm.
We had a sheet filled with questions, and I ripped that up as soon as you made your very first comments. Well, we thank you for doing this here, and you've been a good friend to us for years, and it's been a wonderful career. Congratulations on everything, and on getting to walk out on your terms the way you want to, which, as Mike knows, not everyone gets to do.
You seem to be at peace.
I'm at peace. I am at peace.
Well, that's